It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, both the Wayne County Commissioners and the Jesup City Commissioners have meetings today. County has a special call meeting set for 4 p.m. this afternoon at the County Commissioners meeting room. The purpose of the meeting is to have both parties sign that separation agreement, as the Commissioners voted last week unanimously to terminate the County Administrator's Ed Jeffers contract immediately, agree to pay him one lump sum of $50,000 and to keep him on the county's insurance until the end of October of this year. At the time, it was a verbal agreement, and today both sides will make it official. There's also an executive session to discuss personnel. Most likely, we'll get an idea of what commissioners plan to do concerning Wayne County's next county administrator, as nothing was mentioned about that at the meeting last week. No one would comment at the last meeting, all stating that they wanted to wait until this verbal agreement is official. Hopefully, we'll get some comments today, bring them to you on Wednesday's newscast. Once again, the meeting's set for this afternoon at 4 p.m. WIFO will be on hand. Have a full report here on tomorrow's newscast. Jesup City Commissioners also set to meet tonight at 7 p.m. On the agenda under old business, that controversial mini excavator back on the agenda, as Water Department Supervisor Anthony Crawford still hoping for a better result, as he's hoping that the commissioners will award the bid for that excavator for his department, which he has stated to the commission in his budget that it was in his budget, which was approved by the commission, and the bid is $11,000 under budget, but the vote last time 3-2 to award the bid, as the full council was not present, so did not have enough votes to pass. Commissioner Tim Cockfield and Shirlene Armstrong voted against. Shirlene Armstrong changed her vote from a yes vote to a no vote on the issue. Commissioner Bill Harvey changed his vote from a no vote to a yes vote. Commissioner Pam Schuman simply not able to make the last meeting. Commissioner Tim Cockfield has been fighting the piece of equipment from the beginning, saying the city's spending too much money. He believes the Water Department can share with the Road Department, who already has a mini excavator. Water Department Supervisor Anthony Crawford says the Road Department is always using their mini excavator, and the Water Department desperately needs one badly. City manager on record telling the commissioners that the Water Department needs the mini excavator. Water Department Supervisor says it's needed, was budgeted for his department, and the bid, again, $11,000 under budget. But up to this point, the city manager's opinion and the Water Department Supervisor's opinion, not enough to sway the majority of the commissioners that the piece of equipment is needed. Tonight, we'll see if that changes, as it's back on the agenda under old business. Under new business, discussion of an MOU permission use agreement with Wayne Memorial Hospital CEO Joe Roddy, review of the December 2022 financial statement, update on junk vehicles with city manager Rose Marcus, items with the city manager, items with the commissioners, items with the mayor. All that tonight at 7 p.m. We'll be on hand. Have a full report for you tomorrow here on the local news. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. In other news, up in Atlanta, this is called Budget Week at the state capitol, as the legislature all but shuts down while appropriations committees start working, reviewing the governor's $32.5 billion budget proposal for the coming year. It's an annual event the week after a legislative session begins, where agency leaders go before lawmakers, essentially list all the additions and subtractions to their department budgets and the governor's written proposals that legislators already have a copy of in front of them. Senate Appropriations Chairman Blake Tillery of Vidalia, Georgia, calls this week a little accountability, chance to look at what is working and maybe what is not. Kemp last week released proposals that call for an increase of more than $1 billion in school funding, $567 million in pay raises, tax rebates, a bump in Hope Scholarship spending, and big money to train workers for jobs in the electric vehicle industry. Most of what the governor requests he'll get. We'll be checking in with our local delegation and get their thoughts on the governor's proposal and the budget. Again, State Senator Blake Tillery, tied up in meetings, will be calling in next week as he oversees the budget. We should get a lot of information from him during the legislative session. Again, Buddy DeLuce joins us on Wednesdays, Stephen Meeks on Mondays, and we'll be keeping up to date with our legislators and what's taking place at the legislative session here on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes and news: if you're looking for a job or a new career, a special event's taking place in Wayne County on February 8th entitled Career Expo 2023. It's going to take place at Coastal Pines Technical College at the Polytech Center. It'll take place from 3 to 7 p.m. that day. Again, February 8th, featuring local industries, businesses with current job openings, and on-site interviews. If you need more information, simply call the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce at 427-2028. Once again, a Career Expo here in Wayne County set for February 8th at Coastal Pines Technical College. Time once again from 3 to 7 p.m. that day. And the focus of hog hunters will be in Wayne County on February 17th through the 19th in the annual Wayne County Board of Tourism's 2023 Hog Jam. Statewide hunt begins at 2 p.m. that Friday, February 17th, ends on Sunday, February 19th at 12 noon. Registration for the hunt will close at 6 p.m. on Friday, February 17th at 6 p.m., with on-site registration available at hunt headquarters at the J.C. Fair building. Online registration will be open through 2 p.m. that Friday. Registration is $50 for bow or gun hunters. Hunters can pay $100 to hunt in both categories. Hunters 16 and under hunt free with a registered adult hunter. All hogs must be weighed in the J.C. Fairgrounds in Jesup, but participants can hunt anywhere in Georgia or any of the connecting states as long as they have legal permission to do so. Hunters must be in line at weigh-in that day by 12 noon or they're disqualified. Participants are responsible for knowledge of the rules. Registration and rules are available online through active.com. The registration forms can be printed from the Tourism Board website, waynetourism.com. Wayne County Board of Tourism's annual Hog Jam, again set for February 17th through the 19th. Again, headquarters will be at the J.C. Fair building. And that'll do it for latest in local news, sports.